and let's jump right into it. This lawn is full of leaves and we are going to be mulching today. And we're going to be explaining a bit about why it's important to be mulching, especially in larger properties. And stick around for later in the video because I'm going to show you the full scale of how the property is and why it's important that in open areas and larger properties that you want to be mulching your leaves. Obviously, any way that you can do it and whatever way is available to you and whatever way is convenient to you, always go in that direction and work in that capacity. But this video is just going to be a demonstration of how we do our work and why we feel that it's important to mulch, especially on windy days and when you have a lot of open space. So right now what we're doing, we're just getting them down, breaking them down. As you can see, there's a large accumulation of leaves in this under this tree area. And the reason that we have such a large quantity at the moment is that, this may not be able to be as visible in the back, but we have a patio and swimming area, and we just blew out a couple of those leaves and blew them onto the lawn because, that way we can shred them up and make them small. And the reason that you want to shred your leaves while you're doing your fall cleanup is because a lot of the times, at least in the area that we're working, it's very windy, and even just a little bit of wind can make the fall cleanup very difficult because let's just say if you are trying to bag whole leaves, and any sort of wind that comes about in the area that you're working, as soon as you pick those leaves off the ground, they are going to blow in whichever direction that the wind is going to take it. And when you mulch the leaves, you take out that factor out of the work. When you mulch them to an appropriate size, they're going to be too small for the wind to contour, to throw around, and they're going to, for the most part, stay in the place that you leave them in. And for us, it's important to mulch because for larger properties, there you're going to be carrying around leaves in a lot of places, and it's not very convenient in terms of a working environment, and we want to be as efficient as possible and do work in a timely manner. And we feel that if you're dragging bunches of leaves throughout the whole property, it's going to cause a lot of setbacks, a lot of unnecessary frustration, and you don't want to tire yourself out, not just physically but mentally, dealing with wind, getting upset that you may have cleaned an area already and then the wind just snapped and it takes it away. And this is exactly what I'm referring to. This is a property now that we finished cleaning, and as you can see, there's the tree that we're working on currently. We'll go back to mulching in a moment. But my point being is that if you're bagging or just blowing leaves to the curb for the city to pick up or waste management to pick up, it's a long distance to be traveling back and forth, and a long distance to hope that the wind won't take the leaves away and blow them away. So we want to eliminate that from our work by mulching them down. And when you're working, especially in this large property, I hope that that little video that we just passed by was able to give you a bigger perspective on the property we're working on. When you're working on larger properties, you don't want to be dragging these leaves everywhere. Wherever you can bunch them up, mulch them down and be done with them. That way, when you finish doing the mulching phase of the fall cleanup, you can just treat it as if you're just mowing grass like normal, and that really simplifies the process and takes a lot of complications out of the work. And as you can see right here, we're slowly getting there little by little, and as you can see, we're working the blower and the mower. And as we've stated in previous videos, you're just gonna take that blower and any accumulations of shredded leaves that you may get, because when you're mulching a lot of leaves in such a small area, you're gonna get like a accumulation of shredded leaves in just one spot here, one spot there, and then it makes the grass look red because of the color of the leaves, of course. And you just take the blower to that, just quick little hit of the blower, and just blow that out, spread that out, and it'll go back to the green shade of color again, and that'll uncover the grass basically. So we're just taking it down little by little, and we've made quite a bit of progress, which we're very happy about. We were able to take down that big bunch, and by doing this, we really feel that this can save a lot of time for any work that we want to do in the fall, in terms of cleaning leaves, because yeah, dragging around leaves, and especially in the windy conditions, can be a really tough task to manage. And there's really no consistency in that kind of work, because one day the wind could be blowing in one direction, one day the wind could be blowing in another. And what we love about the mulching process is that we can be consistent by attacking the leaves in a pretty similar fashion and consistently. Obviously, some conditions are going to make us adjust from previous workflow processes, but for the most part, we can keep most of our workflow the same. So that's a big benefit of mulching down leaves. And yeah, this was quite a big pile, and we needed 2 mowers to break this down, because that was quite a big pile of leaves. Obviously, as you can see on the side of the camera right there, there's some bunches over there on the side, but we don't worry too much about that in terms of this mulching process right here, because with the scattering of the leaves how they are, we can kind of just go line by line. We don't have to go around mulching those leaves. Well, we can just leave those there as if we're gonna just mow regularly. And we're just about done now. And here is the aftermath of everything. That's how the tree has stayed. Let's see, I think we'll pop up a little before, so we could check out how the property looked before, or how this accumulation of leaves looked before we started doing the mulching, which will come up in a little bit. But yeah, no, we're really happy of being able to mulch down all those leaves. And yeah, just blow them out. If you see that there's a little bit of discoloration, you just start blowing them out, and it'll go away. And there we go, one more shot of the after, and here's the before. Look at that big accumulation of leaves, and they're gone. Here's the final result, and looking really beautiful. We hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video. Till next time, take care.